up, y'all? It's your girl Z. I'm back again with another video. If you like my channel, be sure to subscribe down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. You can leave a comment now, leave a comment during the video, leave a comment after the video. I don't give a damn. Long as you leave a comment. Ignore my hair. I noticed it and fixed it soon. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who already subscribed to my channel, everybody who gave me a like, everybody who gave me a comment, everybody who turned on that post notification bell especially, and just everybody in general who has supported me thus far. I really appreciate it. If you grown like me, get your grown folks juice and let's go. All right, as y'all can tell by the title, this is gonna be a story time about our freaking roommates from hell, my roommates from hell, our roommates from hell. Y'all, when I tell y'all I could not give this story time a name, I literally had to say our roommates from hell. That's how much shit happened, y'all. That's how much stuff happened. So me and my boyfriend, we knew we wanted to move out and we wanted to get our own place or whatever, but we was like, let's move to a different state. So we came up with the plan, moved to a different state. We got everything together. We literally didn't tell nobody till the week of us moving. When I say nobody, I mean nobody, not even our parents, till the week that we freaking moved, y'all. But anyway, so we decided, we was like, we wanted to do something more cost efficient. You know, it's gonna be our first time living on our own bills, all that stuff. So, and we were gonna be in a different state and we were so young. So we're like, we're gonna get roommates. Now, we did not know who our roommates were gonna be, but we knew it was gonna be another couple and we were gonna stay in a 2-bedroom, and we knew the layout of the apartment. And so that's really why we didn't have a problem with it, because it's a roommate layout. If you've ever been to college, like a college apartment, well, I think all the college apartments like this, my college was, but when you first come in, you got the dining room, and then you got one side of the house, it has a room over there, a bathroom, storage closet. In the middle, we had the kitchen, then we had the bar, we had the living room, and then we had the balcony. And then on the side of the apartment, you got another room, another bathroom, and storage closets over there. So it's like, whether we knew them or not, we really was okay to do the long drive to Georgia. My first time ever driving on the highway was literally driving to Georgia. When I was back home, I may drive on the highway for like 2 minutes and I'm getting off on the next exit because I could not do it. So y'all, we drive at 7.5 hours to get here to Georgia. We excited, you know, we happy as hell. We go and we knock on the door to our apartment. The reason we knocked, because we was really supposed to come the day before, so we don't know when our roommates were exactly expecting us, because we were supposed to come the day before, but we ended up not coming. So we knock on the door just out of respect. But we knock, we hear, who is it? So we like, it's y'all roommates, basically. And so time go on, little time pass, you know, but when you waiting, it seems like forever. But maybe a minute or two, but we don't hear nothing else. We don't hear no footsteps, we don't hear shit. So we knock again. Now the second time we knock, we hear who the fuck is it? So at this point, you know, we get out our key, we opening the door and we coming in, because like we tried to be nice, that obviously wasn't working. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was like, our roommates must not be Southern. I don't know, it ain't giving me Southern charm. It ain't giving me Southern charm. But anyways, y'all, so we come, as we're all walking in, we're met by our roommates, the couple or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and describe them and get them names, because I know I want to describe people, so I'm gonna describe them, y'all. So the dude, we're gonna give him the name Jason, and he was tall, about 6'2", dark skin, full beard, bald headed. The girl, we're gonna give her the name Tiffany. She was a little shorter than me, so she was like maybe like 5'1", 5'2". She was Latino. She had fair skin, and she had like a shoulder length black hair, and it was like really curly, but like silky and curly, not like puffy and curly, just like silky and curly. I don't know, I ain't like her hair. I did not need to say that. But anyways, y'all, so yeah, so as we're coming in, like we're looking at them, they looking at us, and we're like, we the new roommates. And they was like, oh, my bad, like we didn't know. And so then Jason looks over at Tiffany and he's like, go put on some fucking clothes. Woo, 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 whoa. And it's just like, It was the summertime, y'all. She on some crop top and some booty shorts. But it's the summertime. She in her own home. It's hot. The fuck? Like, but he ain't had to be rude like that. The hell? Anybody finna talk to me like that? But hey, y'all. You know, come on. But that's our first impression of them. I'm like, what the hell? And she just scurried her ass on into the room. So me and my boyfriend, we come in or whatever. And we go to our room. And mind y'all, this was at the height of COVID. Like, literally around the beginning of COVID. So, you know, we got our little Lysol wipes, our disinfecting spray, all that. So we go in there just my room, my bathroom, my storage, just to like wipe down and spray. But everything was really clean, pretty clean. So that was really good. After that, Jason and Tiffany, they go ahead and go in their room. We moved the rest of our stuff in. Mind y'all, we moved to Georgia with some clothes and a goddamn lamp. We probably had a pot and a skillet. Shout out to Courtney. Thank you, girl. She bought us our first pot and our skillet and a microwave. And we had a microwave. So we moved in our stuff. It don't take us that long. We got shit. And we had moved into a pre-furnished apartment. We ended up, and also we did not sign like a long-term lease. We signed a month-to-month lease because we knew we definitely wasn't going to be there for a year. And we wasn't even sure if we were going to be there 6. Once we finished moving our stuff in, we go out to the balcony because my boyfriend, he was finna smoke. So as we go out on the balcony, once we get out there, Jason is out there, but we just like, hey, you know, we don't really say nothing. Jason is smoking a cigarette. And we look over into the ashtray and we see some roaches in there. And when I say roaches, I ain't talking about insects. I ain't talking about rodents when I say roaches. If you know, you know. If you don't, leave it on the playground. So my boyfriend, he asked Jason, he was like, oh, do y'all smoke? And Jason was like, yeah, do y'all? And I'm like, I don't. But my boyfriend was like, oh, I do. And Jason was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, that's what's up. And he was like, do y'all mind if we smoke in the house? And my boyfriend kind of turned to me because I don't smoke. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine to me. Like, it's cool. Y'all, when I tell y'all Jason got happy as hell, Jason was like, oh, hell yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I ain't like last roommates. So Jason go on this rampage. Not like a long rampage, but he was like, I ain't fuck with last roommate. I ain't like them. They ain't want us smoking. I ain't want us smoking on the balcony. And mind y'all, Jason and Tiffany had been there a month before us, but the other roommates, they had been there for a little while, and they ended up moving out and, you know, getting their own place by themselves. Well, that's what Jason told us. So Jason like, see, I knew I was gonna like y'all. I already knew I was gonna like y'all. So Jason was like, okay, y'all cool. He was like, I just want to let y'all know, no judgment from me, no judgment from Tiffany. Like, we cool as hell. Whatever drugs y'all do, feel free to do them on the inside. Like, it's cool. You know, y'all ain't gotta hide nothing. Whatever, you know, y'all, whatever drugs y'all do, y'all cool doing. Now, I get his point of being cool and laid back, but from somebody who don't do drugs, I wouldn't say no shit like that. That right there, gang, that was a red flag. I don't give a damn if I just met you. I don't care how he meant it. That was definitely a red flag. So what you mean, whatever drugs we do, we can do them? You used to hanging around people who do drugs? Do you do drugs? Are you trying to see, do we do drugs because you do drugs? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I immediately was like, Immediately, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Y'all, I don't know why, but that really rubbed me the, wrong way. They call me judgmental. And I judge his ass again. Them drugs and shit, So, you know, I say something. But anyway, so Jason was like, oh, you know, I'm just letting y'all know. We like, oh, okay. Okay, so by this time, you know, my boyfriend, he finished, he finished his little black BLK or whatever, and we go back in the house, we go in the room, and when we moved down here on July the 2nd, and so we didn't start work until after the holiday. So during that time, I was really, really, really homesick. I was always a homebody. I kind of am a homebody now. I rather like kick it at the house, find something extremely homesick. So until we started work, like from July 2nd until the day we started work, I stayed in the room most of the time, and my boyfriend was in there too, you know, to comfort me from being homesick. We may have went to the pool or just like walked around because we lived on a lake. So we may have like walked around the lake, like chilled on the lake, whatever. But for the most part, y'all, I was in the room because I was really homesick. So let's say it's I don't know, Monday, and it's the beginning, it's time for us to start work. So we go to work or whatever. On our way home from work, we see no other than Jason walking home. So I slow down and I'm like, hey, Jason, you need a ride? And he like, oh, yeah, hop in. Jason gets in the car and Jason is like, so Jason gets in the car and I'm like, you know, why are you walking? At this time, I did not know they didn't have a car. He was like, oh, we don't got no car. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, I usually take the bus home from work, but I missed the bus today. And I was like, damn. So Jason started asking us like, how old are we? Where we from? And all that. So, you know, I'm returning the questions. How old are you? Where you from? Why you moved here? He said that they from Orlando, Florida. And I'm like, so, you know, why did you move or whatever? And basically Jason was like, oh, you know, I'm trying to get out of there, you know, growing up in there, just bad influence on me. He was like, he just got out of jail like 5 years prior, but he only was in jail for like a year. But yeah, he was like, you need a new environment. He was like, everybody down there just drugged out, everybody on drug, everybody down there do. And I'm like, what the hell? He was like, I ain't gonna lie, that was getting to me, and they had me on this shit too. And I'm like, what? Like, y'all, I'm sorry. I couldn't, like, it was a habit, like, it was a force to habit. Like, I was like, what? And y'all, I'm looking up in the rearview mirror, like, what? And he was like, oh, no, I'm just saying, like, I had did this shit one time. I tried this shit one time, you know, peer pressure, motherfucker. But I ain't never do this shit again. I ain't never do it no more. No. Before I said what like that, you said they had you on that. So, y'all, this is the second time Jason had brought up drugs within not even a full week. And Jason had brought up drugs twice. So, I guess I'm judgmental. I guess I'm judgmental. But Jason keep bringing up drugs. But, you know, I said something to my boyfriend. My boyfriend was like, babe, you be overanalyzing things. Like, you know, you think too much into things. You know, let it go. You know, once we had that conversation with Jason in the car, from that day forward, like, you know, we used to come out the room more, talking more, and just interacting more. And I started interacting with Tiffany. Tiffany was telling me that she actually had roommates before she moved to Georgia. So when she was in Florida as well, she had roommates, and she was like, she needed a new scenery, and her old roommates had destroyed all her stuff, burnt her clothes. Y'all, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so she was like, literally, she only got a suitcase worth of clothes. It was like a medium-sized suitcase worth of clothes and all that. And, you know, I'm just like, that's crazy or whatever. So, y'all, you know us. Y'all just irresponsible. Oh, y'all, let's throw us a little house party, because we was like, you know, we new in town. We was making friends at work, making friends in our apartments or whatever. So we was like, we wanted to throw a little kickback. So we go to the store and we get all the stuff for the kick. We get all the stuff for our little kickback, you know. And then me and my boyfriend, we decided we was gonna go back to the store because he wanted to grab a little shirt. So we go to the Route 21 and he grabbed him a little shirt. And while I'm there, I was thinking about what Tiffany had said, and I'm like, because I remember my ex told what she was gonna wear to our little kickback in the living room. Y'all, I'm gonna insert a picture of what I had to sit in the damn living room. I'm gonna show y'all what I put on to sit in the living room. But I was actually asking Tiffany what she was gonna wear, and you know, she was like, I don't know, like I don't got much or whatever, but I'm gonna just throw on something. So I was in there, I seen this little black dress and this little romper. Y'all know Route 21 be having them like $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 sale, especially back then. This was 3 years ago. So I pick up this little black dress and this little romper. Those two little items from her. We get back to the house and I give it to her. She's really thankful, and she goes to put on the romper. So in the meantime, you know, I'm whipping up the Rotel. You know, I used to be a Rotel Ranger. I'm just kidding, y'all. I was always whipping in the kitchen. But you know, I whip up some Rotel, some meatballs, some tuna sandwiches, my famous tuna sandwiches. You know, they be asking about them. Tiffany do some Spanish rice and she do some empanadas. And we make some little fruity drinks with some little candy and frozen fruit. And so Tiffany come out with her romper and I'm like, girl, you look so cute. Like, I love this. It was like a little springy summer romper. It kind of reminded me of a sundress, but it was a romper. And it was short, but not that short. And so then, y'all, next thing, I turn around. I don't see Tiffany with that romper on no more. So I'm like, Tiffany, why you took off your romper? She had put on that black dress I had bought her. So, you know, Jason didn't want me to wear it. He was like, it's too short. And I'm just like, okay. I guess. And when it comes to people relationship, you know, I don't get in their business. I don't step on nobody's toes. But as we into the kickback, now mind y'all, remember I told y'all that Jason had asked, was it okay to smoke on the inside? Mind y'all, everybody there pretty much was smoking. But Jason and let's say a street pharmacist who live in our apartment. If you don't know what street pharmacist is, like I said earlier, keep it on the playground, babe. Anyway, if you know, you know. A street pharmacist was there, and Jason and the street pharmacist stepped outside. Now, when they stepped outside, they can step outside. I don't give a damn. But when they stepped outside, I don't know. It looks suspicious to me. Maybe I'm just a delusional ditzy bitch, but it looks suspicious to me. So I told my boyfriend. Now, mind you, my boyfriend don't know this, but y'all, I'm being nosy. But I don't want to tell my boyfriend what I think, because you know he gonna call me Delulu. So I told my boyfriend, I was like, hey babe, Jason and the street pharmacist went outside to smoke. And I was telling him to go out there too. Because mind you, when they went outside, I think he had went in the bathroom or something. So he came out and told him, y'all, why he come back in? My boyfriend, he went out there. And then when he came back in, he pulled me to the side. And he was like, maybe you was right about the drug situation. She was like, because I just seen Jason and the street pharmacist outside. And I seen them with some... And I'm like, what? So y'all, at this point, I'm kind of overreacting a little bit. And my friend, he was like, no. He was like, maybe, you know, he a street pharmacist. Like, maybe they, you know, maybe like Jason trying to get into like becoming a street pharmacist as well. You know, something like that. He was like, I ain't actually see them doing it. I just seen it out there with him. And so I kind of like rest assured a little bit, because he is a street pharmacist. I don't know what Jason got going on. You know, I don't know Jason like that. So I'm just like, Now, mind you, we still had to live with him, so I didn't want him to be no street pharmacist while we live with him. You know, night ends or whatever, everybody go home, and we all just me, my boyfriend Jason, Tiffany, we all just sitting in the living room, we chilling. We had a really good night. Like, we really had a really good night, with the exception of me overreacting from here and there from my boyfriend. We had a really good night. So, and did I tell y'all we had a really good night? So, y'all, we sit up in there, and y'all, when I tell y'all, I had been drinking since like 5 a.m. I mean, not 5 a.m. I've been drinking since like 5, 6 p.m. At this time, y'all, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I am, allegedly, I was drinking. But y'all, I'm kind of out of it a little bit. I'm just like, So y'all, I go in the bathroom. I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm just like, you got it. You okay. You okay. Then some telling me go live on Facebook. Some telling me call my mama, tell her how much I love her. Some telling me call my brother and tell him I kill for him. Some telling me call my sister and ask her, do she got anybody she want me to fight? It's just something telling me go live on, you know, something. It's just, you know, the drunk thoughts is taking over, y'all. But I'm in the bathroom, and I'm trying to get myself together, and I'm in there. You okay? You okay? In the mirror and stuff, y'all. But y'all, so Tiffany come and knock on the door, and she was like, are you coming back out? Like, are you okay? And mind you, Tiffany is drunk too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm coming back out. I'm just using the restroom. I closed the door. Y'all, literally like a minute later, my boyfriend come and knock on the door, and he was like, babe, Tiffany keeps asking about you. Like, she's out there like, is Z coming back? Is Z coming back? Like, you know. Y'all, but Tiffany had told me, like, she was a clingy friend. Like, as my boyfriend is at the door, and I'm telling him, like, okay, baby, I'm finna come out. Tiffany coming back, and she's like, you coming out now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming out now. So, y'all, I throw some water on my face real quick, and I come out the bathroom. And I'm gonna keep it a book. I definitely made myself throw up before I came out the bathroom, just to get some of that drunkenness out. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you drunk and when you chilling, you still be getting into deep conversation, even though it be drunk conversation. So so Tiffany asked us, and we asked Tiffany, like, you know, what y'all want to do in life? Like, what y'all doing in life? What y'all want to be? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Tiffany and Jason. Jason was 26. Tiffany was 27. Y'all know me and my boyfriend was 19. So Tiffany was like, oh, you know, I want to be a singer, and I want to be a music producer, and I want to get my master's in business. So I'm like, okay, Tiffany, you know, it's never too late. She's only 27. She's still young. I'm like, okay, you know, you can do it. Shoot for the stars. Now, y'all, this where Tiffany getting a little delulu. Now, me, I'm never the person to shit on nobody's dreams. Baby, if you say you want to be Spider-Man, go ahead and jump. And when you fall, I'm going to catch you. But I hope you don't fall. I would never shit on nobody's dreams, but unless you Destiny from 3rd grade who took the spot as Beyonce for the Black History program with me and left me to play Aretha Franklin as a fucking 9-year-old. Yes, I hope the worst for you in life. Y'all, why the hell Tiffany talking about some it's an online program that's gonna get her master's in a year? So I'm like, oh, okay, you must already got your bachelor's or something. And she's like, no, I only have my high school diploma, but but it's this program I'm entering into. It's this program that I'm entering into, and it's gonna give me my master's. I tell Tiffany ass, I'm so proud of you. Congrats. And Tiffany was like, yeah, and I want to be a music producer. Like, I have an Instagram, y'all. Instagram probably had all of 3 followers, following 3,000. And she was like, she's looking to sign her first artist. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then she started asking us what we want to do and stuff like that. You know, I tell her I'm in school. And I told her I wanted to pursue a YouTube. I told her that I wanted to do YouTube eventually. And I told her I'm in school. Y'all been wanting to do YouTube forever. But anyway, so my boyfriend, he was like, you know, he's told what he wanted to do. And then she asked us basically, like, do we have any talent? And my boyfriend, you know, he can sing. Like, oh, sing. So my boyfriend sang or whatever. And why Tiffany asked my boyfriend to sign him to her label? And do y'all know my ditzy ass was like, oh my God, babe, this is big. This is so great. We're going to celebrate tomorrow. Y'all, I don't know what was wrong with me. And I don't know what was wrong with Tiffany. She was delusional. But you know what? I can't even blame her for being delusional because I fed into her delusion. So I was a part of the problem. I was a part of the problem. So then, y'all, we move on to Jason. And Jason tell us he's a rapper. He big back in Orlando. He pull up some of your music. So he was like, oh, I got into it with my label. I had to remove my music from all platforms and all that. Oh, you ain't got no recordings on your phone or whatever. Y'all, Jason gets his phone and he plays something. I don't know if it was 2 goddamn bulls fighting. If he was fighting a goddamn bull while he was trying to rap. But when I tell you that shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. When I tell you that man could not rap to save his life, that shit was bad. And that's probably why they was together. And got that goddamn Tiffany. She couldn't sing either. But y'all was not trying to be mean. Like, I'm not gonna be mean. And now, mind y'all, now Tiffany, her singing wasn't that bad that, like, to be humiliating. But Jason, her friend looked at me when Jason started rapping. I got my ass up and I went to that bathroom. Our roommates ain't finna hate us already. They had me that night, y'all. Overall, we had a good night. We go in the room. So in the morning, y'all, I get up or whatever, and I go in the kitchen. You know, I'm finna cook us a little breakfast. As I'm walking into the kitchen, why is Jason on the couch? And I see he has a pen and paper, and you know, he writing his little verse. Why I hear him over there, fuck Tiffany. Y'all, mind y'all, he had a list, and I'm not trying to make fun of people who had a list, but he was over there, fuck Tiffany. I don't give a I was like, what the hell? So y'all, I didn't know what to do. So I literally turned around and went back in the room. And then I came back in there. But this time as I was walking through, like, I announced myself and made some noise. So he know I was there. So I just wouldn't have to deal with the fact that he heard me. He know that I heard him saying that. I don't know if they got into it that night. I don't know what happened. But he was on that couch on my fuck Tiffany. I don't know what Tiffany did to Jason, but Jason was up at 9 a.m. on the couch on 10. The mother, fuck Tiffany. Okay. Fuck Tiffany. Tiffany didn't have a job. Tiffany got fired from her job because she kept calling out sick. Now, that just goes to show how excessive it was because it was at the spike of COVID. They was not firing nobody for calling out sick. Tiffany ass must have been lying or something. So I decided to get Tiffany on at my job. Get Tiffany on my job. She go through her first day. Her first day is good. It's cool. I put her on the shift with me so we can work together, whatever, y'all. And this when I was working at that convenience store with Lily from my first Storytime. So I put Tiffany on, whatever. First day, Tiffany does good. So after that, me and Tiffany, we got off. Mind you, it was summertime. Me and Tiffany, we got off early in the day, and my boyfriend and her boyfriend, they got off later. So we was like, oh, you want to go out or something, like go out to eat or whatever. And we just wanted to have us a little girls' day. We go to the mall and we got us a good time or whatever. And Tiffany was like, we should go to the water park. And I was like, do you want to? Because mind you, it's only 2 o'clock. And we was like, we just going to go and we not going to tell the boys. And, so I'm like, you want to? Like, let's go. So we was already like 15 minutes away from the house. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's go to like, I think maybe we went to Walmart. I'm like, let's get us a little cheap swimsuit or whatever. Let's go to the water park. So mind y'all, while we in Walmart, Tiffany not looking for no swimsuit. So I'm like, you're not gonna look for you one? Cause I'm just looking for me one. She just standing there. And she was like, oh, I only got enough money for the water park, so I'm not gonna get a swimsuit. Tiffany, you got on fucking jeans and a tank top. So y'all, at this point, I'm just like, the hell? And it wasn't that I didn't want to pay for nothing else with Tiffany, but I'm just like, girl, why would you? No. So at this point, I'm like, well, Tiffany, let's just wait till you get paid, and then we'll go back home. The next day come around, and say me and Tiffany had to be at work at 7 o'clock. So I told Tiffany, like, oh, it's 6:30, we leaving at 6:30. So it's the next morning. 6:30 comes, 6:30 goes. It's like 6:40. So it's like, okay. So I'm I go over there and I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, Tiffany, are you gonna, like, I'm getting ready to go. Like, come on. And she was like, oh, I'm not feeling well today. Bitch, it's your second day. That's why she got fired from that first job. So I'm like, whatever. Now, mind y'all, I did have an attitude because why didn't you let me know? You was just going to let me be late for work. Like, what if I was just sitting wait on you? Why you didn't let me know? So, yeah, I did have attitude. Next day come. Tiffany tells me, again, she's not coming to work. Okay. Do y'all know that after that next day, what's that, the 4th day, Tiffany ass gonna tell me that she don't want to work there no more because she don't feel like it make enough money. All right, so you want to sit your broke ass at home and make nothing. All right, got it. Check, got it. Mind you, she didn't even communicate that with our manager or nothing. Her ass just was no call, no shows for the second day she called out sick. That 3rd day when she told me she was sick, turns out she didn't even call out sick. That 4th day, she didn't even tell him that she was quitting. I had went and told him that she was quitting because she wasn't even communicating with him no more. She blocked that damn man. She ought to be ashamed of herself because he was still willing to give her a chance after she kept calling out sick. She ought to be ashamed of herself. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had an attitude with Tiffany after that. We're sitting in the living room and Jason started talking about the job. Because mind you, it's a convenience store and guys always try to talk to you at the convenience store. And Jason was basically saying like, oh, I bet nobody better not be trying to talk to you up there. And so I look at Tiffany and Tiffany hurry up and jump in and basically say, oh no, babe, nobody trying to talk to me. So I'm like, And so later on when we going to bed, Tiffany come in there and she knock on my door and she was like, I'm not trying to put you in the middle of anything, but could you not tell Jason that that I don't work there anymore? She was like, I just don't want to tell him that I quit yet. She was like, because I actually have a new job and once I start the new job, I'm gonna tell him like, oh, I stopped working there and I quit this. I just don't want him to be mad at me. So I'm like, oh, okay, but I'm not gonna be in the middle of it, but okay, I won't just like blurt you out or whatever. Y'all, why the next day Jason comes up to the job and I think Jason must have got out of work early or something, but my miss is I had told my boyfriend like, Tiffany lying like she gonna be at work or whatever, and she said she ain't been coming to work. So now mind you, I wasn't there for this moment, but my boyfriend told me like, he heard them like arguing in the room because Jason like confronted Tiffany and told her like, oh, you been lying like about you going to work or whatever. But I was not there, but my boyfriend kind of told me like what happened, but mind you, it would happen in their room, and my boyfriend not really nosy as me. At this point, y'all, we've been there all of 3 weeks, y'all. 3 weeks. Now, I didn't have no problems with Jason and Tiffany. The little shit Tiffany pulled with the job, I ain't had no problem with it. But then me and my boyfriend started noticing. Because at first, when you first come in, you being super nice and stuff. So if it's like some dishes in the sink, no matter who the dishes is, I'm going to wash them. If the trash need to be taken out, my boyfriend was taking it out. But it's like, okay, we've been here 3 weeks now. So I just like overly niceness is wearing off. That shit's settling down a little bit. And we're noticing Jason and Tiffany don't do shit.
So we slept in this particular day. We come out the room and we see this. Mind you, Jason and Tiffany used to stay up all night. They used to stay in the living room. Pissed off literally was an understatement.
Especially Tiffany, because that hoe don't got no job. So, you know, we tell them like, hey, you know, you guys need to start picking up after yourselves because we're not, you know, we feel like we're doing everything. So they say, okay, y'all, let's say 3 days pass by. We in the kitchen and we smell something like a really funky smell. Why we open the pantry and it's 3 bags of garbage in there? Now, mind y'all, I don't know where this garbage came from. I don't know if Jason was acting like he was taking out, he was putting it in there. I don't know what he was doing. Mind you, we had a walk-in pantry, but me and my boyfriend, we never used the pantry because it was just us two. We didn't buy that many groceries, like ever utilized the pantry. When I tell y'all, I was so freaking irritated about that still being dirty. At this point, me and my boyfriend, we already made up in our head, you know what, we're gonna have to get a new place just way earlier than we expected. And we wasn't really mad about it because we knew we wanted our own place, and we was just like, you know what, it's our time to get our own place. That's just God, like that's really just God. So we start apartment hunting. So we stay gone like literally 2 days in a row. We was gone from the time we woke up to the time we went to sleep. We was apartment hunting all freaking day in the kitchen. And I'm finna put me something in the microwave. Y'all, why do I open the goddamn microwave and there's no microwave plate in the microwave? I'm like, what the hell? Now, mind y'all, for them 2 days, we have been gone all day. We ain't even used the microwave. I'm like, where the hell is the microwave plate? So, y'all, I'm looking everywhere for the microwave plate. I even asked my boyfriend, even though I know he didn't take it out of there. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I'm irritated. I'm irritated. I'm highly irritated and annoyed already because, honestly, because they were being dirty. Like, they were showing their true colors. They were starting to being dirty. You know, the arguments stopped being funny. At some point, they was being really, really dirty and annoying. My boyfriend, I'm like, they're getting on my nerves. And at the same time, my boyfriend's finna take a shower. And he go in our towel closet. Why are we missing towels? Some tissue gone, my boyfriend body wash gone, our conditioner gone. So I'm like, what the hell? And it's not even about, if you needed tissue, I would have gave you tissue, but you came in our stuff. You don't even got it. You literally don't even have to come on this side of the house. Not your way to come over there. And then where the hell our microwave plate? Where is
I was going crazy. You know you ain't yourself when you hungry.
I go and me and my boyfriend, we knocking on Jason and Tiffany door. We knocking on their door, knocking on their door. We don't hear nothing. So we open the door, peep in. We know that Jason and Tiffany not there. I ring them up. My job.
Y'all, grandma am I?
Not to talk about them or whatever, but they share the phone. And it was like a minute phone. Like sometimes we couldn't call or text them. Sometimes we could. They was like, oh yeah, we're out with our friend or whatever. And we're like, okay. Now, maybe this was wrong. Well, you know what? Not maybe. This was wrong. But we did it anyway. We go up into Tiffany and Jason's room in their bathroom. Y'all, why was our towel up in there? Our body, my boyfriend body wash in there. My conditioner was up in there. And why the goddamn microwave plate was up in there on the floor in the corner? And I'm like, I know like hell. So you know what? I leave everything as it is. I come on out their room and we go sit on the couch and we're literally gonna sit there and we're gonna wait on them. We're going to wait until they get home. Because ain't no way in hell they just think this gonna slide like that.
Not that I gave a fuck, but they never went anywhere without us. And all of a sudden, the day that y'all go somewhere, that's the day all of our shit come up missing. Okay, and y'all will never fucking guess who they was out with. I really want y'all to guess in the comments who they was out with this day.
You know what's the crazy thing about waiting? I had to wait. And y'all gonna have to wait too. Oh my God, y'all, this video is beginning to be so long. I gotta edit. I already knew it was gonna be a part 2. Maybe I should have announced it in the beginning. I was being sneaky. But anyway, y'all, it's gonna be a part 2 video. Yeah, make sure y'all come back to see what happens in part 2. Y'all don't want to freaking miss this. When I tell y'all it's still so much to unravel with them, it's so much to unravel with them. But if you made it to the end of this video, if you didn't already, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and comment down below. Tell me what y'all think happened. I can't wait to see y'all next Tuesday. And if you stayed this far to the video, I will be releasing part 2 on the following Tuesday. Thank y'all.